The Clock, and it's a Faulty Towers remake or send-up, right?
Well, it's kind of... They say that originally, but if you really look at it, it's completely different. We're not trying to compete with that thing because it's a cult, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like the Americanized version of it. I mean, we're not trying to be Faulty Towers.
Right.
We're doing the Americanized version of it.
That was the old John Cleese British show, right?
Yeah.
Thing.
And they had like 6 weeks to do each episode or something like that. I mean, I'm not totally hip to exactly what took place, but we have a week, so that's why it's different. You know, we have a week to make it funny.
And what's Larroquette been up to in
He's been
the past
farming
few
in
years?
Idaho. He's in
Really,
trouble.
yeah.
He had that show that was about like New York subway or something like that, wasn't it, a few years ago?
Bus station, yeah.
And it was a decent show, and it was on, I think, for season...
3 years?
It was on for 3 years,
3 years.
I was going to say season, a season, and a season. I wasn't technically wrong there. You just cut me off. It was a funny show, and it did pretty well, and then that was a few seasons ago, and I haven't heard much from him since then. Well, he's back.
He's back, and he's funnier than ever.
Yeah, he's quite a talent. He was sort of the 80s Kelsey Grammer, even though Kelsey Grammer was the 80s Kelsey Grammer, but he was sort of Kelsey...
Yeah.
Well, Kelsey wasn't Kelsey.
And John. No, he wasn't Kelsey yet. That's true. All right. Also, you know Julie from Jawbreaker, and which I didn't see, but I was on another radio show. I was on. Drew.
Yeah.
You doing all right?
Oh man, he's really got the media stuff. I thought it was like some kind of joke.
No. Drew's dead serious about inflicting pain on me.
Surgical clothes we can put on? Because this thing splatters.
Shouldn't you put some scrubs on?
Oh, wait, do we need a blood gas stat? Or
what is that?
I don't know. They say on ER.
Right?
I might slip and hit his radial artery, then we will get a blood gas, whether we want or not.
You got a rib spreader, Drew? Oh, no. What is that one for?
This is a little one.
All right, so here's the deal. I have this big cyst on my palm. People have heard me talk about this before.
Dude, that's big.
It's been around for a long time. Drew is going to shoot me up with xylocaine first, Drew.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get out the big bore syringe, and you're going to try to drain this mother of all cysts, right? And if you do...
I can't promise the 18's going to do it.
All right, and I can't promise oral sex if it works. But if I get drunk, we'll see.
Is it tender today?
Yeah, it's all right.
Not out of control.
You know me, I'm such a man. I have such a high threshold for pain, Drew. I mean, most people would be in the hospital or something like this, but not me. The show goes on. All right, Drew. Drew is now manipulating my palm in a way. Well, he's touching me in a way he's never touched me before.
Why don't I put the xylocaine in now, since you like to let it linger for a while?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like jumping at you with the big needle.
Okay, let's do that.
And what does the xylocaine do exactly?
Makes it more comfortable for the big baby here.
Don't you think you have to get the syringe in there with the xylocaine?
I can a little bit.
All right. Rick, why don't you take over the show while
we're on Loveline. Adam's getting his hand pimple. Yeah, see, he's in. The needle is in. And some juices are coming out. It's in. Oh, look at that. It just, you saw the actual fluid shoot up his hand.
You got... are you kidding?
Adam's eyes are closed. Dr. Drew's are closed.
Drew, I can feel that now, brother. Huh?
Took a little bit off.
What'd you do? Drew, I thought you're a psychologist, aren't you? Do you have any medical training at all?
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, this is so uncomfortable. I really should have waited on this. I really should have. I should have gotten a professional. Look at that thing, Drew. Oh, baby. It hurts.
We go next step.
All right. Well, listen. Why don't we take a break and I'll, vomit and I'll shoot something out of every orifice. And then when I pass out, you can work on my lifeless corpse in the bathroom. All right. Why don't we do this, Drew? Why don't we let the xylocaine work its magic? Can we do that?
I just want to show you what's coming out.
Oh, my God. That's a crocheting needle, Drew. That is not a syringe.
Oh, ow. Ow.
For Christ's sake. This is so horrible. I got to sue everybody. Let's see. I'm going to start with my parents, and I'm moving to the owners of the Bodies in Motion gym that employed me, that got me this lump, and then I'm going to Jesus. I'll sue him. Then I'll start with your immediate family, and then I'll go to you yourself, Drew, and your office. All right. Well, yeah, I can feel... Ooh,
it's draining.
It's draining?
Yeah, it's starting to drain.
Should we push on it?
Should it be coming out of everywhere like that?
All right, but now don't squirt any on the guest, would you please?
Nope.
Right.
Where's my little seal?
No? Okay. I got an idea, Drew. When you put the big bore needle in, why don't you see if you can make it into one of the holes you've already made in my hand?
What's I'm going to do?
You know, I'm just pragmatic that way.
He's got a little smiley face.
You're like
now,
a
if you look at it,
pincushion.
He's got 2 eyes and a sad mouth.
What do you think, Drew? Should we let the xylocaine kick in for just another minute?
Sure.
How long does it take?
30 seconds.
It's been about
But is it going to wear off?
Start boring them.
When does it wear off?
Oh, you know how long your mouth stays numb after a dental procedure.
All right, so why don't we take a call,
All right.
and then I'll pass out, and then you can do it, all right? Okay. This is, this may sound fun and jovial for those who are listening, but this is serious as cancer in here, isn't it? I mean, this ain't pretty.
No. I feel bad for you.
Thank you. Me too. Christina.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
You couldn't possibly have a worse problem than I do, could you?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I can't have an orgasm.
That makes 2 of us.
You never have had one?
Well, I think I've had one with a girl, but no guy has ever given me practically any pleasure in sex.
You had a girl give you one?
Yeah.
Just an extra one she had lying around, or did you guys engage in something?
Well, she was out.
How old were you?
Well, that's nice.
How old was I?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, and are you lesbian?
I'm bi.
Mm-hmm. We're a little suspicious. Family good? Everything fine?
Yeah.
So you're bisexual, and you've been with men, and you've been with one woman?
2.
2.
How many guys have you been with?
3.
And you don't know which one you like more, but you want to see if a guy can give you an orgasm.
Yeah.
How old were you when you became sexually active?
13.
And the guy was 44?
He was 19.
19.
Yeah. There's something a little up there, Christina, right? And that's not the best of all environments, is it? I mean, or scenarios. You got a 13-year-old and a 19-year-old?
Yeah.
Who was this?
One of my friends' friends.
Yeah. Were you consenting? Was it your idea?
You weren't raped or anything?
Well, no, I wasn't raped, but I guess, I don't know, I just wanted him to care about me.
Right.
So I did it.
Which is what most 12, 13, 14-year-olds are thinking. And actually, they're thinking about that the guy will want to marry them, is the strange fantasy attached to that behavior. And the guys are thinking about...
No, guys. I'm bagging a
Not
chick
much else.
She's got no hair on her body, and I'm getting sex. All right, Christina, you're kind of confused, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you shouldn't focus so much on the orgasm and sort of focus on your own emotional health for a little while, straighten out a few things, and then I'm sure the orgasms will come fast and furious after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you can have a close relationship and be intimate with somebody, the physical, mechanical stuff tends to take care of itself.
All right?
Okay.
All right, Christina. Where's your dad?
He's in the bedroom with my mom.
Really? And he's a good guy, took care of you?
Yeah.
No way.
Something's up. And why 13 and 19 and all the confusion and chaos and everything?
Well, actually, it was my sisters. They lost their virginity before I did. They were telling me about it and telling me how good it was and stuff like that. So I wanted to see what they were talking about and how much they liked it and stuff.
Mental note, raise all children in separate houses.
Cages. Separate cages.
Separate cages within the same house?
That's good.
Okay, that's good. All right, Christina, good luck. I wish I could sympathize with you more, but I'm so fixated on my hand right now. I can think of nothing else.
Can we just do this thing?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I had this procedure done before, and I felt fine about it. Drew, I know you're a doctor and everything, but to me, you're just some schmo I work with. It's like some buddy at the during your lunch break at the end of the conveyor belt's going to come by and perform a procedure on you.
Were you at the hospital before when you had done?
I was in a doctor's office, a friend of Drew's, who, by the way, didn't do a great job either. There's a connection here. What is it, too, with you girls coming in here watching me? I take great offense to that. All right, hold on a second, Drew. Wait, I know you got this plan, but Rick?
Yeah.
I want you to take over the show again.
All right,
Would
go
you,
ahead,
buddy?
yeah. Go ahead, I'll do a color. You do color, I'll do play-by-play.
Narrate if you would, please.
Okay.
All right, Drew.
All right.
If I kick you in the nuts, it means it hurts. All right.
Dr. Drew is stepping
up
to the
assist. I'm going to look the other direction.
Yeah, you look I may look the other direction too.
Okay.
All right. The needle is in.
All right.
You hear the popping sound.
Is it coming out?
Yeah, we have extraction.
Ew.
We have extraction.
How much is coming out?
We have a good amount. We have a good amount, Adam. There's a good amount. Julie, what are you looking at?
What color is it?
It's this color.
Hey, Ann, could you give the guy a little light and a little elbow room to operate there, please?
Yeah, he's having
this is
way too much fun.
Okay.
Now it's flat. It's totally.
Did it deflate?
Did it go down?
Flatten out a little bit. Let's see if we can keep the magic going here.
That's like a big pimple.
No, see, I saw something.
Drew, you weren't scratching your ass before you came in here tonight, were you? Okay. Drew is now milking it like a prize cow.
Yeah, look, yeah.
That's really
Dude,
gross.
there's like
whatever chance I had with Julie's just seeped out of my palm.
You have banana cream in your hand.
Oh, is this turning you off?
Oh, yeah.
Did we have anything before this?
Yeah, no.
We didn't, so this is just sort of moot anyway. All right. You're not turned on by a man who oozes?
I think it's very sexy.
That's what I want to hear.
Look at that.
I'm dying. You can't tell me what I want to hear for just 5 minutes? There you go. All right.
It's very sexy. And you're handling it like a man.
Drew, if you push any harder, my goddamn liver's going to come out of that hole. Do you hear me? All right.
Can you feel it?
Well,
better, huh?
Yeah. We got, geez, Drew, you got a lot out of there, buddy.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, there's more. See.
Oh, my God. It's like
all right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a call while you guys all marvel at my palm. Jason?
Yeah.
You're 21.
It's a hand.
I have like an endless well of pus coming out of my palm right now, and Drew has actually gotten up on the console. He's stomping on it to get whatever he can out of it.
I am so not jealous of that.
Oh, please. This is... Oh, now you're fine. Keep pushing, Drew. Jason, what's your question?
First of all, I wanted to ask you if you actually were telling the truth when you say you talc up every morning.
What? Yeah, I dump talc down my pants before I leave the house.
Oh, really? You just dump it down there?
Yeah.
And it keeps you fresh?
No, I have elves place...
Well, I didn't know if you, like, rubbed it on there. Or...
No, I thought about it, but I'm on the move, you know what I mean? I'm a busy man. I just dump the talc liberally down the front of the shorts before I leave the house. It keeps me fresh all day.
Doesn't talc lead to cancer?
I don't care. I'd rather smell good in my groin.
But you can use cornstarch instead.
There was a question of women.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's with women.
With women.
Yeah, because if a woman, like, hiccups, she'll then spit it out.
The talc.
Yeah, men don't have that. Yeah. Hey, Jason, do you do this?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I recommend it highly.
Yeah.
I really do.
Use, like, regular baby powder or just
Drew?
some kind of other talc? I never really researched it.
Just go get the over-the-counter, basic Johnson & Johnson variety and dump it in your shorts, all right?
Yeah.
Listen, Jason, I got bigger fish to fry right now. Do you understand?
I hear you.
All right there, buddy. Let's just go back to the phones here. Paul?
Hey, what's up?
You're 26.
Yeah. Okay, quick question for Dr. Drew. Long time ago, you said something, we laugh at the things that disturb us most.
Right?
Like this big cyst here?
Like this huge cyst on my head, yeah?
A lot out of that.
Hold on. Drew, don't you think it would be a good idea to let it seep?
Not at this point. No, put pressure on it.
No? All right.
Was that your quote or somebody else's?
What's left in there is thick, man. This was the thin stuff. And we got another 3 times this amount out, probably. You feel better now?
Gotta get a bigger needle and put it in there?
No, that thing needs to come out.
You're not going to do that here, are you?
This is the consistency of like a thick custard, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd have to. If I cut it open, I'd be able to drain more out. But then it would just come back anyway, get infected. You need to come out.
How about I just kill myself? Wouldn't that be a simpler, more pragmatic plan instead of all this procedure? Yeah, that's my left hand.
Yeah, you don't want to lose that one.
I'll tell you, if you gave me a month to shift to the right, then I'll chop the left. But I don't want that kind of
Getting pain in your wrist or anything right now?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Feel better?
I feel good.
Feel better?
Let's don't push it, Drew. I feel okay. I'll tell you later. Okay?
Now you're describing everything else.
I'm just, I'm all, shot up with xylocaine. The adrenaline's pumping.
But
I do. I feel bad.
I just did the xylocaine right locally, though, so I just want to make sure it's not.
That's great. It's be like dating a new woman when I get home tonight. Paul.
Yeah.
You're 26. What's going on?
Something about laughing at the things you're most uncomfortable about?
No. You said this. You said we laugh at the things that disturb us most. Was that your quote or somebody else's?
No, I was probably being a little bit facetious, but I was Freud had a theory.
Okay.
That's where laughter came from. And there is something to that. Then when things really bother us, we laugh.
I believe it.
Yeah.
My question, though, I also read somewhere that like extroverted people tend to have lower levels of cortical arousal in their brain, while introverts have higher ones. I smoke a lot of pot.
Hidden.
No.
Yeah.
And?
Okay, so, and I was just wondering if that would sort of change those levels, because I mean, I've been a lot more outgoing since I've been a daily smoker.
Well, marijuana will de-repress inhibitions and lower anxiety levels until you start getting depressed, and you'll start having more trouble functioning again.
Oh, okay.
All right, but for the time being, it works, right, Paul?
This is true.
All right.
One other question?
Yeah.
GHB. I just read in the paper somebody had written in that it was, like, lethal, and it was
people die of it.
Thing, I think. With River Phoenix, it was in his system when he died?
Yeah, but he was a speed death. That was a typical speed death.
Oh, okay.
But the GHB, people do die from GHB all the time.
Straight up, or just with other...
Plain old GHB. Plain old GHB.
With on the rocks with
the distance between intoxication and lethal dose is tiny. It's hard to monitor. And seizure is also another common thing from GHB.
Third question. If I hit myself on the head with a frying pan,
yeah,
just to kind of, get a sort of disoriented buzz, will that cause any long-time
maybe it'll increase my cortical arousal.
This is a genius, this guy.
This is where a little bit of knowledge goes a long way in the wrong direction. Trying to assess brain function when you don't have a real, complete understanding of it. Oh, boy.
That's why when I'm in power, I'm going to burn all books.
There we go. There we go, Adam.
That don't feature naked women. Julie Benz and Rick Batalla are both here from Pain. Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, CBS, the new John Larroquette show. We'll take ourselves a little break. I'm going to put my head in a mailbox and scream and then cry uncontrollably like a cartoon. And then I'll pull myself back together so Julie doesn't have to see me that way. And we'll be back in about 4 minutes.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. The phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
This is Jonathan.
And this is David from Porn, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. All right, Brett, thanks for pointing. Julie Benz and Rick Batalla are both here. Pain is the name of their new series. Little, sort of loosely based on the hit British series, Fawlty Towers. John Larroquette's in it. Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, CBS, and it's back to the phones we go. Martin.
What's up?
You're 17.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I never had a circumcision before, and last time I was talking to my friends, and they say that if you have a circumcision, the girl feels more pleasure when you're having sex.
No.
Is it true?
When you have a circumcision?
Yeah, when your penis has...
Women generally aren't going to know the difference either way.
Huh?
Yeah, women don't know the difference either
but
way.
the man apparently does, because there's all these things now
that's BS.
It's like the new thing now. They're talking about...
It is the new thing. It's the next thing to sort of...
Well, I'm with new things.
It's more about what the man did to people.
Don't cramp on Rick's theory.
No, it's not about Rick.
Look,
it's not about Rick.
I happen to be circumcised, but I wish I had it back.
Well,
so I could know the difference, you know.
We sure talk to a lot of people.
Skin, so if there's anybody out there with some skin
that are too sensitive, things happen too fast for them. In fact, that'd be the majority of our callers.
Yeah, but if everybody was like that, then
we could lower the bar. That's just diabolical. Right.
Wait, people who... I'm confused.
Come too fast. Well, guys are good.
But who aren't circumcised.
Maybe more... may have more sensitivity. And my point is, more sensitivity, most guys are complaining that things are too much already.
Yeah, but if we all had it, what would we have to compare it to, you know? If we all had the same if we were all not circumcised.
But then everybody would be extra fast.
But no one would know the difference.
Yeah, but it'd all be relative as well.
I would know.
No, it would. Yeah, right. But it would all just sort of the whole.
Fine.
We might get a lot more done too, as a country.
Whoa, baby, you made it a whole commercial break. Yeah, they call me the marathon man. Right.
That would not be fun.
I doubled my personal best. I was at 4 minutes this time. Hey, Martin.
Yeah.
The women don't feel it.
They don't?
No. They don't know what the hell's going on down there. They're usually drunk.
I guess they really would know, right?
They're usually drunk.
Martin, don't worry about it. All right?
I don't have to get one, right?
No, you don't.
No, save it.
No.
You're fine.
It's better. It's the new
just
thing.
as God created you, all right?
All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
See what 17-year-old boys obsess about? Well, women are always thinking about their weight, and guys are thinking about the weight of their penis. Ryan?
Yeah.
You're 25.
I have to tell you, Adam, I'm sorry about your pain, but man, that made some good radio.
Oh, was it?
Your Lansing, that was good radio.
Oh, thank you. Well, let's see if I can work up another boil.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I could go after this one. I got another needle here.
The reason I'm calling is...
It's all numbed up, ready to go, Adam. Come on.
Yeah, Drew, let's...
Come on, Adam.
Really drain this thing.
I know, Drew, but
suck it up.
Why couldn't you get it out of the first needle?
Because
you know what
the
I'm
stuff
saying?
is
There's a lot of it.
It's thick and loculated, so we try to go a different area and see if I can...
You have a loculated pus down
Loculated.
Yeah. I think it's loculated for a reason there, Drew. Let's not scout around with the needle, okay? I'm just going to go to the guy and let him do it.
Let him take it out.
And you know what? I want a general, too. I want to be put under, right? For like a few days?
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan?
Yeah.
What's going on?
My problem is I seem to keep dating the same type of girl, just with different names. The last few girls I've dated have been real chaotic. I dated someone who, like rape victims, drug addicts, people who've been prostitutes when they were teens. And so I really haven't tried. I've tried to not date anyone for about the last 6 months or so, and kind of try and sort out what's going on with me that's attracting me to these type of people. And I met this girl a couple weeks ago, and we've been hanging out a lot, and she seemed really, really cool. I'm a student, so I thought maybe it was just the pool I was pulling from. But she's older. She's 26. She has her degree. She owns her own business.
I promise she has some interesting history.
Yeah.
Could it possibly be, Adam, that he magically picked somebody who doesn't?
No.
No way.
But my new strategy would be just don't ask. You know what I mean?
Assume it's there.
Yeah, it's like you start making love, she starts crying halfway into it and yells, "Daddy, get off," and you just ignore it. Just turn the stereo up.
We were hanging out tonight and talking, and she just kind of out of the blue, like real casually, just dropped that she was bipolar. And then
There we go.
Yeah, and a few minutes later, the phone rang, and she said, "Oh, I've got to take this call. This is some guy I've been posing nude for."
There you go, Ryan. You have radar. The Navy ought to hire Ryan.
Right.
Yeah.
If we could just sort of hone those skills.
Right.
If we could pick up AWACS or something.
What is this, World at War, Jerome? Relax.
That's all I hear about in the news right now.
All right.
My question, how do I work through this? How do I get around this and start, meeting people that are...
I'm sorry you're going through this, Ryan, but I find this just so fascinating.
No.
It's especially fascinating for all those people, those critics of ours who say that people are for free will. Everyone's everyone's different. Why would you look at somebody's past to determine their present behaviors? Why, Adam? Why?
Right.
Come on.
I've been listening to you guys for a year, and
well, what's the deal? Where do these? All right, let me just try to give you a concept and see if this helps you.
Okay.
That the way we as humans work is that in our primary relationships, typically our relationship with our parents, we develop bits and pieces of people that we internalize. They're called objects. And our relationship with those internal objects tend to be recapitulated or acted out again in our real life, which is why you tend to go out and cast a play. I mean, probably in your conscious mind you think of it's somebody like mom or somebody like dad. But there are all sorts of complex pieces of these objects that remain inside our heads.
Well, I'll put it a more simplistic way. What is attraction? Why are you attracted to one person and not attracted to the other? And it's not about looks, even though that's a factor, but we talk to people all the time, and it's like, yeah, he beats me, yeah, he drinks too much, yeah, he sells a little rock cocaine, but I love him. Why?
I think that has a lot to do with people settling for something too, and the environment that they're in.
Yeah, but who would settle for somebody who
Somebody
came home
who has-
drunk and beat them?
For somebody who has nothing else.
They would only have to be what they know, what they come from, really, what they've been exposed to.
What they were in relation to an object is what they seek in their life. They want to be that same thing in relation to that same kind of object again. Nobody knows why, whether it's to try to master those traumas of childhood or whether it's just that's the lock and key. You just fit that, and that's what attraction is. If you fit into that. And people that who had similar sorts of people in their life to you are attracted to you for the same reason. Those kinds of combinations occur.
So all you can really do is try to sort it out and then get back out there. But to try to find it in the individual, you're losing the point or missing the point when you do that. And you're going to keep coming up with the same individual anyway.
Yeah.
Just like Ryan said.
I mean, going to therapy, working it through in
That's
therapy.
what that is. That's what that is. That's what therapy is. It's changing your object relation.
And the first step is really recognizing the problem.
It's seeing if you could find maybe somebody to go out with he's not so attracted to. That'll be one way of doing this. See if we can find some other quality of the relationship without all that old stuff.
Gabriel.
Yes, I am.
You're 21.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Congratulations on the operation, Adam.
Thank you.
It was fairly successful.
Moderately successful.
Glad to hear you pull through.
The night is still young, though, Gabriel.
Yeah. 21.
Right now, there's like an air bubble working its way to my brain. All right. Go ahead there, Gabriel.
Well, it's kind of a dull question. I just had my girlfriend lives in North Carolina. I met her while I was down, and we talked for a long time, back and forth on emails and phone, and I went down to visit her, and things started getting real serious. I mean, me and her family hit it off well, and I mean, it was going really great, and I'm just wondering when the point is to like, I'm considering moving down to North Carolina, transferring to a different school down there, and I don't know. I really could use some advice.
Well, we're not quite clear what the question
What are you thinking about, getting married to her or something?
I'm not getting married. I'm just.
How long have you known her?
Because I can talk you out of that.
About 2 months. I've known her, and I'm just curious. How do you know that it's the right person? And
Well, first you need about 30.
30?
Yeah. Then you might have a clue.
I got married at 21.
Really?
Yeah, I got married at 21. I actually have 4 kids. I got married at 21.
When did you get divorced?
I'm still married.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wait, 22?
No, we had our 15-year anniversary, and it was really fortunate, though, because I married a...
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. But I met a girl that was really, she was really cool, Lynn.
Okay. Turns Mike off. We don't make any wild ideas here. The relationship can actually work out at 21.
Yeah.
Of course they can, but unfortunately the people that take that exceptionally good experience and they use that as justification.
Yeah, exactly. No, I got to tell you, if I had it to do over again, I would have waited till I was way older, and especially kids way older. So if you're thinking about moving to a different state, and you've known this girl 2 months, no.
Get on with your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Get on with your life.
Yeah.
That's a bad move at this point.
No, but you don't have to dump her. You just sort of wait on it, right?
But get on with your life. Don't let it restrict your plans.
You mean nail other women?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Drew?
Whatever he needs to do to get on his life.
Drew did a little playing in college, apparently. Didn't you, Drew? You must have done some swinging in college, because this seems to be your answer for every young person who's calling in. Just bang a bunch of chicks in the dorm, get drunk, and don't worry about it.
It wasn't what I said. What I said was he needs to go on in his life and develop who he is with his peers, whatever that means, whether just scholastically or socially, whatever it is, unencumbered by some piece of him being dragged back into this relationship that's
Did you say
miles
peer
away.
or penis?
Peer.
Okay. Rowell? What the hell name is that?
Oh.
Rollo. What's your name?
It's Rowell.
Rowell.
Yes.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on? What kind of name is that?
It's Filipino.
All right, so that makes you Filipino, right?
Yeah.
Or you just have parents that love the Philippines for no good reason?
Well, it was from the first 2 letters of their names, and they just put it together.
They just put together well. R-O-L.
That's what I do with my kids' names, actually. I'm just going to talk about my kids today.
Go ahead, Rowell.
Well, ever since junior high, I've basically hooked my friends up with, people, and their relations, last for, about 5 months, but for some reason, whenever I get hooked up, it just crashes after about a month or 3 weeks around there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're not having a lot of luck dating? I mean, have you had one long-term girlfriend?
Is it just me? I'm glad to see our guests looking at me like that.
It's like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
You're 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, longest was a month.
Yeah, that's all right. You're 18.
That's pretty good for 18.
Maybe healthy.
Yeah.
Are you?
I don't think I dated anyone longer for like a week when I was 18.
Liar.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Where'd you grow up?
Did I grow up?
Oh,
No, hold on a second.
Forget about you. Julie, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Pittsburgh.
Wow. They kicked you out because you're too good looking?
Yeah.
You're screwing the curve up. A bunch of big fat chicks with
like Pittsburgh,
big brown hair just ran around a town on a rail. Honey, you are screwing up the curve.
They chased me out of the state.
Rawell?
Yeah.
That's all right. When you're 18, all bets are off. Some people are late bloomers. Some guys do well younger, and then they don't do well later. Some guys are vice versa. Some guys never do well. But you can't count it until calls back when you're like 28 and you're still a virgin. Okay.
One more thing though.
What?
I've basically been around. I've been like in almost every type of teen culture.
Yeah.
And I met my friend's girlfriend for about 5 hours, and for some reason, I just said exactly what type of person she was.
What's a teen culture?
Well, basically, different groups of teens out there.
Oh, okay. I see.
So you have a lot of insight into teens?
Yeah.
Good. You can take my job. I'm going to quit soon.
Can I get an application?
No, you just, it's radio. Just show up, bring some cocaine. You're in. All right, we'll take ourselves. Julie Benz and Rick Batalla are both here from Pain, a very aptly named show, considering the way I'm feeling tonight. Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock on the fabulous CBS. We'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Matt. Girlfriend squirts at point of orgasm. What exactly is this fluid? All right, well, this is a good one to stay around for. It may possibly be what's coming out of me tonight. We'll look into that after this.
I feel so liquidy.
Really? Why?
You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline will be right back.
Hey, I'm Dr. Drew. And I'm Adam Carolla, and you're listening to Loveline on 92.1 KFMA. Hey, Loveline. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. Julie Benz and Rick Batalla are both here from Pain. 8 o'clock. Wednesday nights on the fabulous CBS, the John Larroquette vehicle. Drew is over there. Drew's slumped back in his chair and doesn't look like he's going to be getting up for the rest of the show.
I'm here,
right?
fine.
Drew, why don't you raise your seat up a little there?
Because it might hit the bottom of the table, which is so disturbing to you.
I know. You did that last night. It drives me nuts. Matt.
You guys doing tonight?
Good. You're 28.
Yes, I am. I have that one question, but I also had another one about one of Dr. Drew's favorite causes, the morning after pill.
Yeah.
The first one, when having sex, right about the point of orgasm and after, my girlfriend squirts, and I don't mean just like a little bit. I mean lots. I mean, there's not a dry spot on the bed.
Rubber sheets.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what we always joke. We need to invest in them. But where exactly does that come out of, and what exactly is it?
It's fluid, body fluid.
Well, obviously.
There are multiple glands in the region that can produce a lot of fluid. Skene's glands, Bartlett's glands.
I mean, I know it's not a common thing. Not a lot of women do it, but I was just...
It's a common thing.
Is it really?
It's not, let's put it this way, it's not uncommon.
Well, okay.
Yeah, we hear it all the time, but it's not the kind of thing people talk about a lot, so people... They live alone in a world of wet shame.
Well, it's funny because she's
good after-school special.
Yes, PSA.
Yeah. The Forgotten Child.
I think it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
But,
okay, good.
And then also about...
that's the next thing. Let me say that, too. If you can squirt anything out of your vagina, guys are into it. Women are always so worried what guys are going to think about this. To guys, it's a victory. I mean, it's a physical manifestation. Look at her. She almost died. This is great.
Really fascinated.
Her life fluid is draining out of her.
Yeah.
All right. High five.
And then about the morning after pill.
Yeah.
Where exactly, is that something you have to get a prescription for? Can you get it over the counter?
Well, interestingly, in the state of Washington, I've now declared that, by the way, the greatest state in the union because of this fact. You can get it without a prescription.
Okay.
Okay. In the other states, you need to get it with a prescription. But there's an interesting thing happening. I've mentioned here before that I want to start I am starting a web page.
Right.
And please, it's plainoldrdrew.com and log on and tell me how to build this thing. What would help you guys in terms of health information that's easily accessible, and what to do with... I was just thinking tonight, the way, what to do with advertisers and things like that, how to integrate all that together so it's something that feels comfortable to everybody. But one of the things I was thinking is that the internet would be a place that the morning after pill could be distributed.
Yeah.
Because they distribute other medication,
right.
Like Viagra, you can get now with a click of a mouse.
You don't need a prescription?
Well, you do, but there are these guys out there that sort of blanket prescribe for Viagra. I mean, it's going to be clamped down on that. People aren't going to be allowed to do that. But with an issue like this, where it should be over the counter all over this country, it could create an interesting issue. So, as such as it is, you need to go into your doctor, a doctor, or a Planned Parenthood, or a clinic.
So you can get a Planned Parenthood, too.
Oh, anywhere.
Okay.
They're very simple.
Okay.
Very simple thing to use, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, man.
All right.
Let me
Happy sailing.
repeat what it is. It's a oral contraceptive pill. If used within 72 hours of unprotected contact, will substantially reduce the risk of pregnancy.
I was in Mexico over the weekend, which I'm still recovering from, and we went into a pharmacy there.
Yeah.
And
did you get any morphine or anything while you were?
I was looking to score. Yeah. You can get Viagra, whatever. It's like you go to Mexico. You go to the pharmacy. It's like, yeah, give me a pound of heroin and give me like a handful of Valium and give some Viagra and like some vitamin C or something. I'm on a health jag.
I lived down there for a time, and birth control pills are like $7.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like giving them away.
This is when Julie ran away from the ice rink as close to the equator as possible.
She's a bullfighter.
We're finding all kinds of things out about her. What else?
Birth control, $7.
Where'd you live in Mexico?
I lived in Mexico City.
Why?
I was working on a show, actually, that never made it to the air, but it was...
It's always a show with her.
Yeah.
Wow. That's, how'd you like it? Is it smoggy?
Yeah. I'll never complain about LA pollution.
But you know what? I have family down there, and there's some nice places.
No, there's beautiful, not Mexico City.
If you go to downtown LA, it's the same thing. It's smoggy, it's dirty, but if you go like to Acapulco or something like that, you know.
Well, Acapulco's still smoggy and dirty. But
well, Adam,
you're dissing my people.
Hey, Adam just spent the weekend in a mansion on a hillside.
Where, in Acapulco?
In Acapulco?
No, I was in Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, see, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's up the hill, servants. It was great.
Was it yours?
Oh, no. I just rented this place. It's like $5,000. We took 10 guys, and we just had the time of our lives. You know what our call was the whole weekend? A bunch of drunk guys going, oh, that was great. I got hung upside down and forced to drink. Mexico's all about weird ways they can force booze into you.
Yeah.
It's like, mental note, do not socialize with Adam.
Call me old-fashioned, but I like to just sit down and get loaded. Yeah. I don't need to hang upside down and get swatted, for Christ's sake. Oh, you got some guy like shaking your head and some chick blowing a whistle in your ear and dumping booze right out of the pour spout, 4 feet above you until your mouth fills up.
Did the Fox come down with you?
No.
He would have been a showstopper.
World's fastest beer drinker. Yeah, I don't think he would have caught a buzz down there.
And they give you tequila for everything down there, too.
Yeah.
Every ailment. They're like, have tequila.
That's great,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
I got AIDS. Here's some tequila. Chad.
Yeah.
You're 20.
That's right.
What's going on?
Adam, Dr. Drew, you guys are great, intelligent in your own way. Wonderful show. I just had a question about those 2 crazy guys that called last week that really, really like animals.
Yeah.
I'm no way into that at all. It's really gross. But I was just checking if they actually come around to the natural way. What are the chances of the women catching, like, the STDs, STDs that they could transmit to the women?
The males doing stuff to animals, transmitting then something over to women.
Yeah, like
I don't know the answer to that.
Transmit like really bad.
Ew.
But animals, they don't.
Do they
have
harbor
sexually
STDs?
Like
Well,
They might harbor
like a wart from the cow, or
I doubt that, but I don't know that they don't for sure. And I'm trying to think if there are any other sort of bovine diseases or other ailments.
yeah, it just kind of seems like, I mean,
Whether you're going to get anthrax from being around the hay is about all I can. Certain funguses, nothing comes to mind for tularemia.
How late are you staying up thinking about this?
The goats, you can get brucella.
Right, tell me about it.
So,
why do you think I was at the pharmacy?
But these are not really sexually transmitted diseases.
Guy said the goat was clean.
No, so it's interesting that you'd actually have to ask a veterinarian. I don't know. I've not seen, nor have I read of any animal to human transmissible diseases in this manner.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, research that on the internet. Don't actually go into the veterinarian.
Yeah, you don't want to ask that question.
You, by the way, will not find the answer to this.
They'll probably arrest you.
You will not find this answer to this on my webpage. Promise.
I think I was a crazy one.
All right, Chad.
I just heard those guys, and that's,
Yeah, it was wild.
If the women get around them, actually, and they...
Well, the guys like that don't get a lot of women, thankfully. Right. That's why they go nature's way.
But it's just kind of a curious question I had.
All right, Chad.
Thanks.
All right. Chad. Chad.
Yeah.
You a junior college guy?
Oh, no, actually, I do some part-time modeling. I'm down here in Branson, Missouri. So.
Oh, you do part-time modeling? That's code for gay porn.
No.
Yeah, any guy named Chad is doing a little part-time modeling.
In Branson.
You're in Branson, Missouri?
Branson, Missouri.
Hey, one of my best friends, Philip Welford, is over there doing. He's a juggler.
Yeah.
You know him?
I never met him. Never been around him. Actually, I did some part-time work for the Grand Palace.
It's amazing. All these old guys like Mo Bandy and Hank Williams. Is Hank Williams still alive? It doesn't matter. You can be dead and you still go to Branson and make $4 million a year.
That's right.
All right. Good luck to you, Chad.
Thanks.
Calling from Missouri, asking about the animals. Mm-hmm. Fred.
Yes.
You're 21.
That's me.
What's going on?
Nothing. Got kind of an odd question. I'm in pain, and hopefully the good doctor can answer this.
All right.
Came off a mountain bike today, and I don't know what it got caught on, but I cut the bottom side between, like, the shaft and the sack.
Ooh.
The taint.
It's not that big. Thank God. It's only like
not the taint.
No, it's
the
in front of the taint.
front of the testicles,
So
it's that webbing.
It's like right as it goes into that soft skin.
You ripped it
It's only
there.
like 1 centimeter by a half centimeter, but it doesn't feel good, and I don't know if that thing can heal.
When did this happen? Today?
Yeah, today.
Is it a cut or a tear?
It's more like a tear. It's not like a sharp
Oh, boy.
Tear's worse than a cut? Why? What's bad? Well, he's all right.
Have you had a tetanus shot in the last 5 years?
Oh, yeah.
You've had a tetanus shot.
Oh, yeah.
And you use peroxide on this thing. A doctor needs to look at it. That's an area that can get infected really easily, and the infection spreads wildly.
Really?
That's what I did. That's why right away I threw peroxide and like some Neosporin on it. But
Yeah, you might want to keep it open to air and real dry and see if it can sort of scab over and what kind of...
See if you can walk around nude for a couple of weeks with your penis taped up against your belly.
Open to air because of the place it's like on the bottom
Right,
side.
you get a hair dryer and dry it off real good.
Yeah.
Tape my penis to my stomach?
No, get a hair dryer and handheld hair dryer.
My advice.
Talc up heavily.
No, don't talc.
Oh, no.
Do not talc.
Right, my bad.
And Neosporin is a good idea for now because you want to make sure it doesn't get infected. But
well, Fred, you're doing a lot of mountain bike riding, right?
Right.
So it's not like you wear a three-piece suit to work, right?
Right.
You could go to your job in a pair of sweatpants with no underwear?
Yeah, I guess so.
What do? You work at like a bike shop or something?
No, I'm a student. I don't work.
Okay, so just put on some sweatpants. Don't wear any underwear, and let it breathe. Wear some big baggy, NBA style shorts or something.
But do I put a Band-Aid on there or no?
No, you got to dry it out. To me, Band-Aids never seem. You pull the Band-Aid off a week later, and it looks like you did it that afternoon.
The idea of the Band-Aid is just to keep it clean, not to have it heal under the Band-Aid necessarily.
I don't think a Band-Aid would stick there anyway.
No.
No.
I've never had one. I'd like to try it.
Yeah, and then you cut off the blood and your penis falls off like they do on the farms. Put the rubber band on the cow's nuts, you know, and thing falls off, or the bull's nuts. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Julie Benz and Rick Batalla are both here from Pain. When we come back, we'll speak to Danny. Danny's 17. Should she stay with boyfriend? She has doubts. He's 29.
Ooh.
That ought to be interesting. After this.
This is Loveline. Loveline will be right back. Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
Hey, it's Loveline. We're going to take a quick little 10-second station identification break, and we'll be back with more Loveline in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on radio station. The new rock. The new rock. 92.1 KFMA.
All right, Julie Benz and Rick Batalla are both here. Pain is the name of the show. It's a John Larroquette show. It's on tomorrow night, right? Is that Wednesday night? What night is it tonight?
Tuesday night.
Good. 8 o'clock on CBS. I've completely lost track of everything.
You're losing the point of where I think did you in.
Yeah, that was it. Like, I needed that. And we were in New York
3 days before that.
Right, so I just stepped right off the plane, got another one, and let me tell you, that Aeromexico is no picnic either. First thing.
Do you have a passport?
No, I had
to go sign an affidavit.
No, I had to bring my birth certificate.
Oh, my God.
I had to bring my real birth certificate. I found out my dad's middle name is Philip, so that was kind of interesting. The other, also, I didn't know anything. I was like, what time was I born? 7:45. Oh, all right. And my dad, it said musician on the certificate. You know you're in trouble. Doctor, I gave him $20. Here, buy some diapers.
You wonder why your childhood was such a delight.
So we're on this Aeromexico. The first thing we do is we get reprimanded for playing cards on the plane with nudie playing cards. We had like 8 guys.
Reprimanded?
They were really nudie playing cards.
Oh.
I mean, it was to the point where when we were playing one game, I'm trying to think how to word this. It was like a full house beats 2 of a kind or beats 3 of a kind, and then a straight beats a full house. But if you got 5 cards and the chick all has jizz on her,
you win no matter what.
That's like the royal flush. Yeah, actually, an argument broke out about that at a certain point, and then there were like kids sitting next to us, and finally, but you know the thing about Aeromexico is you just basically do what you want. We had a card game going, and you know the aisle was 3 across, but we had 5 guys just stuffed into the aisle, leaning over, playing cards the entire time, and the drinks are free. It's like, hey, you're going to Mexico, get loaded. It was a good time. I think I could have flown the plane. I really do. I think I could have talked. Come on, man, don't be so uptight. Move over. It's no big deal. You play cards? All right. Danny.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
All right. So your boyfriend's 29?
Okay, well, this is what happened. I met a guy like a couple months ago. Didn't think anything was going to happen after he told me how old he was, and he knew how old I was. But then we just started talking, and it was just like one of those things, you know, when you meet someone and you just can't stop talking to them for like hours every day, and everything clicks, and that's all you want to do.
The 29-year-old, one thing was clicking.
Right.
No. I know that's what you're going to say, and that's totally valid, but that never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you think that after, like, the 3rd day or the week of, if he wasn't getting anything, that he would kind of lose interest?
Nope. No, because there's usually somebody else that is feeling that part of it.
Let me tell my story. So,
especially with a 29-year-old loser like that. There's nothing else going. Yeah. He's gonna do whatever he has to do.
No, this guy's, like, brilliant. He's like...
Are you still in high school?
Of course.
Yeah. No, I know, but just...
Wait, now what would a 29-year-old brilliant person do?
What to do with a high school girl?
Just think about that. Just think about that. What are most brilliant 29-year-olds, what are they doing with their life, typically? Brilliant 29-year-olds.
Brilliant stuff.
But just answer me that question, though.
No, but that's a rhetorical question.
No.
She doesn't have an answer for that.
Well, what would her image of a brilliant...
No, but that's what I was thinking too. But okay, but it gets worse. Listen, he's like after a month and a half, and I was like, you know what? This is too. Like he was just like, you're the one. I know it, and I wanna be with you. I wanna move wherever you go to college. I mean.
Eating for 17 years.
And I don't know. With him, it was like security. It was comfortable.
Sure.
And
he had a driver's license. It was great.
Would you stop?
What? All right. Let me grill Danny for a second here. What does this guy do for a living?
Well, he's second-year law student.
Yeah. So he's still in school.
Yeah.
He's 29.
What do you do in between college and law school?
Well, I think he just broke up with his girlfriend of like 7 years, and that was like his main project.
That's a full-time job.
What did he do between college and law school?
I think he was like with some insurance. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't sweat the detail.
Yeah. I don't think Danny really wants to know. And where's he live?
He lives like by me, so...
How does he support himself?
He goes to work. Adam, I don't know. He has a job. I don't know.
He's got a job? You don't know? You guys are ready to get married.
No, but listen to me. I ran away from him because I was scared. He says I'm scared of love, and I'm scared of commitment. And I say, don't get too close. I need to do my career. I need to go to college. I need to grow up. And if you're the one, then that's going to happen.
Okay.
But
there you go. You're right on, Danny.
is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone tells me I run away from commitment and I run away from love.
At 17, that would be normal. You should be running away from commitment at 17. You're 17. What kind of commitment do you need at 17?
Yeah, but I'm so beyond 17.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But you're 17, and you're behaving age appropriately.
Yeah.
And your plans are excellent. And don't let some weird 29-year-old guy screw that all up.
But here's the thing, though. I've been having these urges to hook back up with him because he was his own man. You know, the guys I'm dating are retarded.
But he's not his own man. He hasn't even got. Look what he's doing. He's 29. He's with a 17-year-old girl. That's not right.
Are you going to take him to the prom? I mean,
it's great. Yeah.
It's my 30-year-old date.
Yeah.
Guys, come on.
No, you're right.
All right.
I don't know. It's like, but see.
All right, I'm done with Danny. Listen, all you 17-year-olds who are dating the geriatric set, you don't think there's anything wrong with it because it's you. But we can tell you there's something wrong with it because it's us. And we have some distance from it, and we can see very clearly what the hell's going on here. And this guy is flawed. This is flawed. And here's how I judge people. You can't just have one flaw. It means you're flawed. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, he's a great guy. Everything's good except for he smokes crack. No, that's a flaw, and it's going to override any other good quality he may have.
Yeah.
This guy's 29. He dates a 17-year-old. That's a flaw, and it will override any other quality he may possess. We know that. She doesn't know it yet. She's compromised.
She kind of knows it, though.
She's trying to get away. And the fact that he's so consumed with her is even more flawed.
Yeah. Scary.
Julie.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Julie, 15 Julie.
Yeah, hi. I love your guys' show. I listen to it, like, when I have time, when I'm not doing my homework. But this is for Rick, I think. Have you ever been to Cancun in Mexico?
I like that.
Cancun? Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Did you like it there? Because I'm going there this summer.
Is this a travel show?
Yeah, if you're there, go to Pepe's Burrito and Taco Emporium.
Get a Jeep and go to Isla Mujeres.
Island of the Women.
It's beautiful. Well, it's just a beautiful island. It's not too far away.
Because I've heard, and I was just like, and when I heard you guys, you're like, oh, don't diss my people or something.
Yeah, don't diss my people. My people are, they may, let you play nudie cards in a 3-seat aisle with 5 guys in it, but we're just letting you have a good time because we want you to come down to our country and spend the money.
Okay.
But, so are you going to go?
Yeah.
What?
Why? Who's going? Your folks going?
Yeah, well, my parents, planned this vacation for the summer, and then they're, paying for me to go, too, so I'm like, okay.
Wow. Where are you living now?
I'm in Sacramento.
Yeah.
We're going to stay down there.
I have no idea. We're probably going to stay in like a hotel or something.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a good thing to do. You want to get a hotel.
Sleep in the rent-a-car out on the beach. That's great.
Yeah, that's
a good idea.
All right, Julie. A very novel approach to travel. It's going to stay in a hotel. Not actually just going to tear the house up and bring it with you over there. We have a lot of concrete thinkers that call on the show. Stay in a hotel. JR.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. You're 25. You're on with Julie Benz and Rick Batalla.
Hey, thank you very much. got a little bit of a question for Dr. Drew, and I'm sure, Adam, you'll have your input as well.
Alrighty.
My girlfriend is self-conscious about the size of her breasts, and it's because there is lack of breasts there. And I keep kind of joking around saying, hey, you should get your breasts done. And she's like, well, no, because it's too dangerous with silicone and all that other stuff. So, one, I'm kind of ignorant on what different kinds of breast jobs there are and what the best access is, either underneath or
I don't know.
JR keeps joking around about a breast job.
Yeah.
That's
going to call a radio show and do some research about...
Yet he already knows all the different approaches.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that there was like some new research or something to, one, make it less expensive. I'm not...
You'd have to talk to a plastic surgeon. I mean, you can go periareolar, you can go under the breast, under the muscle, on top of the muscle, and through the axilla. There's various ways, and different surgeons have different ideas about what's the right way to go.
Oh, okay. All right.
They don't even have the silicone ones anymore, do they?
No, it's saline and yogurt, I think.
They're going to come up with soy, actually. They've been doing research with soy.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
They are. But listen, leave your girlfriend alone.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't want to do this, does she? She feels self-conscious about it, and you're making her feel more self-conscious about it.
No, it's not that at all.
Yes, it is.
Really small?
No, she's already using other means to make them seem bigger than what they already are.
Well, all women do that.
What?
What is that?
Like the artificial inserts.
Oh, she's putting those things in her bra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see those advertised on late-night TV. I'm going to get some just so I can have some around.
You'll always have one.
You get drunk, you masturbate, and grab some tits,
They're like chicken patties.
Oh.
They're like chicken patties. They're really kind of...
You're going to mince around with them, aren't you?
Don't ruin it for me.
Like chicken patties?
Yeah.
They are not like chicken patties. They're like
raw chicken.
Oh, is that what they feel?
Yeah, that's what they feel like.
It must be, maybe those may be silicone. I wonder if those are silicone. Listen,
Don't try and put them in yourself.
I have felt the silicone and the saline outside of the skin.
Okay.
Lord knows I wouldn't be lucky enough to grab some inside the skin. And I can tell you that the silicone feels much better than the saline. I don't know how to explain it. You'd think a sack filled with fluid would all feel the same, but the silicone...
Well, it's
Dr. Marcel, Drew's friend, brought some in. It was great.
It feels more organic.
Yeah, it is. He had to wrestle the thing away from me. I tackled him on the way to the car. Pulled a knife on me, and then that music, broke out. And backhanded him, and it was broken up. Hey, JR?
Yeah.
If your girlfriend wants to do it, why don't you let her research it, but don't foist it upon her.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, you are, though.
It's something that she needs to decide and what she wants to do. I just,
Where do you live?
Huh?
Where do you live?
Midwest.
Midwest.
Yeah, it's
tough. You gotta ask around. You gotta search around.
Yeah.
You gotta ask people who've had it done. You have to look at their books and things. And
Yeah. I want to go down and look at some of those books.
Marcel brought his in, didn't he?
Marcel didn't bring his whole book in. He just brought a couple. I don't want to. We shouldn't talk about that. He'll get if he does discredited or something. Yeah, that's illegal, isn't it?
I don't know.
True. Think about it.
Like a portfolio.
Well, no, people show those things. They show potential patients those books. There's no heads in it.
You could pose as a potential patient.
I don't even like the head. That's a distraction. I just want to see the breast. Yeah, you see the head, and it's like, it could be your sister. You got to think about it.
It's a person. Oh my God, it's a person.
Yeah. True. It's no longer a torso. Yeah. So I turned the sound down on the porn. I wish they made porn that was cropped correctly.
Porn, Adam, with kissing.
Ooh, that is it's repugnant. I have to take a shower now. There's nothing worse than you're watching some porn and someone's making out. It's like, oh, please, would you kids get a room? Oh, you got to draw the line somewhere.
I agree.
I don't know why, but it's too weird.
Yeah.
And by the way, does anyone who's watching hardcore porn need to see the making out
the love part? Yeah, no.
Oh, look at her. He grabbed her ass outside her pants. This is
they
going
really
to get
like
good.
each other.
Yeah, I think these two may know each other. Shannon, there's no way she'd let him do that. Shannon, you're 19.
Hey.
What's going on?
Well, I have this problem with my boyfriend. We've been together for a year and 2 months, and we totally love each other. But around Halloween, he cheated on me at a party, and I guess he was just kissing this girl. My friend saw it. And she told me, and I was just pissed, right? Totally hurt. And so to get him back, I slept with this guy.
Ooh.
And I know it was like a totally stupid thing to do, and it happened more than once. And he was drunk when he did it, but I was totally sober.
It happened more than once?
Oh, well, I slept with this guy more than once.
Right. So what you did is you paid him back and then you banked one.
Yeah.
In case he screwed up again. That way you wouldn't have to go out and bang some guy. It's like you got one. Right? That's very shrewd. That's very pragmatic thinking. Good. I'll try that.
Thanks. So, anyways, he doesn't know that I slept with this guy, but he knows that I kissed him. He found out about that.
Right.
And we want to work things through. Like, we want to stay together and just get things, back to where they were. But the stupid thing is that I can't get over the fact that he kissed this girl when I, slept with this guy.
Yeah, this relationship's over.
It's doomed. You're both screw-ups.
No.
You're major screw-ups. Please, Shannon. Please. This is the most immature thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know. But we really, really, really want to work things through.
No, you don't.
Yeah, it may work.
Find a new relationship.
Yeah, even if you
want to
get back together, it wouldn't.
Yes.
We're back together.
Well, you want to work it through so you can do this all over again.
Yeah, listen. First off, you're going to tell him you slept with the guy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're going to have a couple glasses of red wine. You're going to start thinking about him making out with this chick. You won't tell him directly, but you'll let him find out in some way that I could trace right back to you. Okay? So he's going to find out, and you'll make sure he finds out, even if it's a subconscious effort. You will make damn sure he finds out about it. You're both chaotic. All you do is act out. Forget about it. You should get out of this relationship, and you should stay out of one for a while.
But see, the thing is that he went to school away. It's like 90 miles away, and then moved back here, home with me. And then things didn't work out with his parents. Like, they just don't get along. He was just miserable living at home. It's like the whole moving back home thing. So he moves back to school, and I'm moving there in a couple months. And so that kind of,
Where's there?
Chico.
And is his name Chico, or are you going to Chico State?
No, I'm going to go to Chico.
Okay. Listen, we're all giving the thumbs down on this. It's chaotic, and there's too much sewage under the bridge.
But see, what I don't understand is that if he's willing to do, like, everything he can to make it work, which he is, and I am too, then why can't it?
Because...
First of all, you're not going to let things go.
You're not going to let this work out.
And it's like it's a resurrection, and it's death and resurrection. You're gonna do it all over again.
But I've gotten a lot better about it, though.
All right, then enjoy.
Oh, but listen,
enjoy.
He makes out with a chick. You bang a guy a couple of times, and you're still pissed off that he kissed some girl at a party.
I know, it's stupid.
Yeah, that's flawed. That's bad. And don't worry, you will live to sabotage again. So go back into the relationship, but I want you to think of me in about 6 to 8 weeks when you guys are having some kind of blowout because somebody's on the sabotage trail again. Right. Okay?
So you're saying stay in it or get out?
I'm not saying anything, right? You just do whatever, Shannon.
Stay in it. I command you to stay in it. You understand me?
Okay.
Stay in it. I'm telling everyone you're in. When I get home tonight, the word is Shannon's in, and I don't want anyone to breathe another word of it.
All right, let's move on, can we?
Okay. Word already on the street is that Shannon's in this one, Drew. Alan.
Yes.
You're 27.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
You're flawed. Everyone's flawed tonight.
I got crabs about 6 months ago, and I have not been able to get rid of them.
We should go to break.
Really? Listen, you might as well name them at this point.
They're numbered.
That's Herb. That's...
Really? 6 months?
I get rid of them for about a month, and they come back.
Are you sure they're crabs?
He keeps banging hookers. Yeah. What are you doing?
Nothing. That's the problem. I haven't even been able to date in 6 months.
Are you sure they're crabs?
Pretty sure, yeah.
You've had somebody look at it?
Excuse me?
You've had a doctor look at it?
No.
I think it's time.
Yeah. Let me take a look at that, see what it is. And how are you getting rid of them?
With Rid.
Okay. You need to go get prescription strength treatment.
Okay.
Does he need a veterinarian or a doctor?
You need a doctor. You need to also...
a marine biologist.
God knows your house right now could be thoroughly infested, so you need to wash everything all at once and vacuum like hell.
I've done that.
But you have to do it with the proper treatment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've not had treatment yet.
What a bitch. Don't get stoned. You'll freak out. You know what I mean? Drew, have you seen a crab under one of those electron microscopes?
Yes.
You have?
I mean, I've seen pictures of it, yeah.
Oh, now it's pictures.
No, I've seen pictures of it. I've never seen electron microscope.
You're conducting research on it 10 minutes ago. Now it's just a picture some guy showed you.
It looks like some sort of prehistoric monster.
It's the most bizarre-looking thing you've ever seen in your life.
I've never seen one.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do they look like?
In real life, they're about the size of that speck.
Right.
But they move real slow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And they're little crabs. They look like crabs.
There is no God. Why would God create a crab? You think Noah put a crab on the ark?
He had him in his pants.
Thinking was that? Oh, you're going to hell. His beard, maybe, but not his pants. Call yourself a Catholic, right? We'll take a little break and we'll come back.
Oh, yeah. Everybody now.
Loveline will be right back.
92.1 KFMA.
Hey, it's Loveline. Rick Batalla and Julie Benz are both here. Pain is the name of the show. Tomorrow night, CBS, 8 o'clock. John Larroquette is also... How tall is that John Larroquette?
7 feet.
He's huge. He's like 6'4", 5.
He seems like a rangy guy, that Larroquette. We never had him on this show or the TV show, have we? I don't think I ever met him.
Me neither.
Does he
have him on?
Does he do... for some reason, I don't see him doing that much press.
He's in recovery, isn't he?
What's that?
He's actually in recovery himself. And so people in recovery tend to stay out, there's sort of a tradition against talking about that in the media.
Right.
Some people take that very seriously.
Well, I think overall he's kind of I talk to his assistant a lot, and she's like, he doesn't like to do press because he likes to do the show, and that's it. He doesn't like to go out and take pictures. He doesn't like to talk to people about the show, but now he has to since we're doing this thing now.
Right.
And but he's hilarious. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met. And
he's very smart too.
And really smart. So smart it pisses me
yeah.
off because it's like I'm stupid, and he talks and he's just like saying all this stuff and I just sit there and nod my head like, yeah.
We all go, oh yeah.
I know. Me and Julie all the time. He's telling us stories and stuff. We're like, me too.
Yeah, he comes across that way. Comes across as sort of, to me, sort of tortured genius, possibly. What was he into, Drew? Booze?
I don't know.
Coke? Heroin? Yeah, you must know something. Drew knows something. He's just not talking, right, Drew?
I wouldn't have already said that I thought he was in recovery if I even knew anything other than just scuttlebutt. That's just,
okay.
That's sort of common knowledge.
All right.
And he did that show about a recovering person.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so it was cathartic. Jeff.
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah. All right, I just got my tongue pierced recently. Matter of fact, about 12 o'clock today.
Hey, let me stop you for 1 second. All this business about the tongue piercing, no problem, nobody everything. As I expected, I've slowly been accumulating a clinical experience with people that have all kinds of problems with that tongue piercing. Infections and bleeding and swelling and airway obstruction. I have seen dozens and dozens and dozens of problems now. And all the while, the piercing institutions go, well, they just didn't take care of it properly. Or, I've never seen any problem with it.
Right.
It just doesn't get to them, or I don't know what the problem is. But this is not without its potential dangers, I promise you.
All right, so now that you just had it done 45 minutes ago, Jeff, don't you feel great?
Well, do the usual care. Do the proper care.
Do
the proper care.
But you can talk pretty good if you just got it done.
Yeah. I'm taking care of it because, I'm saying.
Do you have a big bar in it?
3 1/4.
Oh, it's a 3 1/4. Yeah, I had a 3/16 in mine, but
what's the question, Jeff?
No, I just want to know
quarter.
Well, about
3 1/4 must be millimeters. Oh, they wouldn't do quarter. Is it 3 1/4 millimeters?
Gauge or something?
Yeah,
it's pretty small.
Gauges and quarters. All right. Anyway, go ahead there, Joe.
Yeah, it's just about oral sex.
Right.
And having the tongue rings. I heard some pretty bad, nasty stories about having it and everything.
Like what?
Like dudes going down and like coming out a couple days later with like cottage cheese in their mouth and all kind of crazy stuff. There's all kind of.
No one told you that, you idiot.
Hey man, I'm not lying.
And so what if they have cottage cheese in the mouth? You just had a spear stuck through something very close to your airway. I mean, these things are. Why do people get so caught up in these images? If something's visually unappealing, it must be worse than really dangerous behavior.
How would the piercing cause the cottage cheese?
I have no idea.
It accumulated there.
All right, Jeff. The hole that the jewelry is through will epithelialize. That means when it heals, it will be closed to the outside world, provided there's no further bleeding or anything like that. So
it just becomes a hole.
Just becomes a hole.
Where else do we have? Do we have any other holes in us?
What do you mean? That
go through?
Through and through?
Yeah.
Well, your whole GI tract is a
really
big hole running through your body, the center of your body.
From here to there?
Yeah.
Chicks got that too?
Afraid so.
They're just filled with like pink stuffing. I don't like to think of people as human beings.
You don't like to think of women as human beings.
I don't like
see them kissing.
I don't like that. I don't like kissing. I like to think of people as just hollow shells. And women are fembots. I like that. All right. Laura.
Hi.
You're 17. Can you imagine being 18 and spending all the time thinking about oral sex and getting piercings and everything?
Actually.
18 years old. Oh, really?
Yeah, well, not the piercing.
No, but that Adam doesn't mean just preoccupying about it, but planning to do it and how to do it right and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Laura?
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
Well, nothing's really going on. I just had a question. I was wondering...
You offended her, Adam.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Laura.
I didn't mean to accuse you of having something going on.
Oh, that's okay. I was wondering if a pregnant woman smokes a lot of like marijuana, if it has any effects on the fetus or embryo.
What do you think, Laura? What do you think? Just
probably so.
Yeah,
but
given that even cigarette smoking is now being associated with, which does not have any known directly toxic effect, although it's a bad thing, it can change blood supply and whatnot, being associated with behavioral problems and crime risk of being criminal, all sorts of things are being blamed on tobacco. Things like alcohol, cocaine, speed, marijuana, these things are orders of magnitude more dangerous.
Are you pregnant?
Oh, no, I'm not. I was about 2 years ago, and I had an abortion, and I didn't know, like at the time I was smoking a lot of marijuana, like the first month or so, and I didn't know, I don't think it would have changed, my decision whether or not to have an abortion, but I just, I can't help wondering.
Probably you should let it reinforce the fact that you made the right choice.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not into abortion, I think it's a good idea. You made the choice. That's another reason to have made that choice.
Yeah, you're 15. It seemed like a decent idea at the time. All right, so the kid wasn't going to be president. That's basically what we're saying.
Do you know about the morning after pill now?
Yeah, I didn't know that I was pregnant until about...
Whoa. You didn't know you had unprotected sex?
No, I did.
Okay. Do you know about the morning after pill?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Laura.
Use that next time.
You still smoking a lot of weed?
Sure.
Not really, no.
What are you doing? Drinking?
Sounds too sure.
Well, I guess I go through, like, phases. Like, I'm not right now, but maybe, like, a month ago I was. I don't know. It's just, like, every month or so I'll get, like, into it a lot, and then I'll stop for, like, a month or two, and then,
Laura, you're 17. You sound so old. I mean, you sound like you've been through a lot.
I have.
And you can hear it in people's voices. 17-year-olds, it's like we're talking to a 27-year-old mother of three. It's like a nurse in Vietnam or something.
Right.
All right, Laura. Why don't you take care of yourself?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Good. Stop hanging around with those idiots. You understand me? I know where your friends are. Stay away from them. It's my new plan. Let's go right up there with when I have a kid. I'm going to walk in the kid's room. You been smoking pot? Kid's like, I'm 3. Can't find my dick. Get out of here. I smell pot. That's my new plan. Just start to accuse my kid of everything all the time.
Don't accuse, just insist.
Insist.
That's what I do. You have been smoking pot.
Listen, do we have to go review the tape, or you just got to admit it? All right. Drew, I don't even know what that is anymore. Why don't you just get a nail and scratch it into that door? It'd be easier to make out. You can't get a pen that works, Drew?
Hey, it stopped working in the middle of the show.
It stopped working 2 years ago in the middle of the show.
It should work, huh?
Patrick.
Yeah.
You're 23.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Well, I am a pharmacist, just graduated from pharmacy school in Washington State, and was just, Dr. Drew's always wondering about ways to promote the morning after pill. And in Washington State, of course, it's legal. I keep it in my pharmacy, and actually I can't keep enough of it in my pharmacy to tell you the truth.
Good for you.
But
which one do you keep? There's different pills you could choose from. How do you choose what to make available?
I just choose the one that's the cheapest for the customers. I work in the area that I work in has a lot of welfare.
What is the medication you use?
It's called Prevens.
You use the Prevens.
Yeah.
That's the one I want to get behind. But you can use overall, low overall, a less. You can use lots of different pills.
Yeah. Well, if you use like the low overall, you have to take
4
packages apart.
Yeah.
So
the Prevens. There's another one coming out, but the Prevens is the first FDA approved packaged for morning after. So.
Right.
All right. What else do you want to say, Patrick?
Well, you're always asking ways to, promote that
or distribute it.
Yeah. Well, what the company Prevens actually makes has already pre-printed prescription pads.
Yeah, I know, but they have to be signed by somebody.
Right.
There has to be a doctor-patient. Here's the issue: outside of Washington State, there has to be a doctor-patient relationship for the prescription to be issued. And that's the cumbersome part.
Well, what a lot of patients do, because in Washington State, you can get it over the counter, but you have to have a prescription for it if you want to get it filled on your Medicaid coupon.
Right.
So what a lot of the, community clinics and stuff like that do is they just will have a pad of those sitting at the front desk, and they have the doctor that comes in, just sign a bunch of them in the morning.
I actually, believe it or not, it's a complex issue. It's basically civil disobedience.
Yeah.
And I think it's justified. But it's an ethical issue. I don't know if I have the huevos to step up and do that yet.
No, do it, you puss.
We'll see. I'm thinking about it.
You don't need... what's wrong with this goddamn country? You don't need a note to buy ammunition or booze. Why can't we get some of this stuff out? Let me tell you something. When I'm in charge, I'm going to take this morning after, this Prevens, and this low overall, I'm going to stuff it into cannons. I'm going to fire it toward the bad parts of town. It's going to come raining down like a Skittles commercial.
Why just the bad parts of town? Those
are the people I don't want having kids.
Oh, please.
The screw-ups.
No, the screw-ups is the good part of town, too.
Listen, if you got money and you can pay for your kids and everything's fine, have as many as you like. Just pay for them. That's all I care about.
There's plenty of screw-ups in all areas of the economic scale.
I don't care if you're a screw-up. Just pay for it. That's all I'm saying.
I see. You're worried about you.
Yeah, I'm worried about me.
I got it.
What do you think?
Your
How do you think I'm going to be in charge?
Right.
Saving my own hide.
I understand.
Absolutely. Listen, my policy is have as many kids as you can support. It's your business. I wouldn't dream of telling anyone who wanted to have kids, wanted to support the kids, have as many as you like.
Hey,
if you
you're
can't,
offending Rick here.
No,
stop,
I just want to encourage everybody to watch the show tomorrow so I can continue to support my children.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just watch the show so Rick can feed his kids.
That's 8 o'clock ZBS.
All right. Watch it. Julie and I might have a child as well, so I want people to watch us. Right? Imagine what a coin toss that hair would be, Drew. You know what I'm saying?
Some sort of mix.
It could go either way. It could really get bad, or it could be great. You just never know.
You'd have 3 kids, and 2 would be bad, 1 would be great.
All right. So I have to have 4. I want 2 good ones.
No.
Okay. No, I'll have one of them.
You'll have one. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll deliver one.
That's right. Okay, we'll take a little break. I'm going to kick the vending machine until I can get some dry roasted peanuts out of there, and we'll come back.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back.
Rick Batalla and Julie Benz are both here from Pain. It's a new John Larroquette show. It's on Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, CBS. Everybody watch. So Rick can feed those kids of his. I think one of them needs braces. So
actually, two of them do.
Two of them need braces.
Bray and Shry both need braces. The other two are okay.
How old are they?
I have a 15-year-old. That's Shryel, and Braylon is 13. Carolla is now 9. We all had birthdays in March, except for Braylon, who's born in February, and then my son Elias. I got the boy on number 4. He just turned 3.
Do they need braces, or is it just one of those things?
No,
orthodontist whipped up?
No. They because we all got this crooked tooth right there.
Yeah,
it's like a family
everybody
trait,
does.
you know.
That's
I like it. I'm like, well, that's a family trait. I think we should all keep it, but you know, they're girls. They want to have straight teeth.
Let me give you my theory on orthodontia for a second here. It's like a brake job. You know those you pass those places as free brake inspection?
Yeah, right.
We'll inspect your brakes. Every goddamn car they put up on the rack, they're going to tell you need new pads, we got to turn the rotors, we got to repack the front bearings, you got a strut blown out, blah, 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 blah. They will find something. There's never been a car they put up on the rack where they went, these are fine, go home and enjoy. Save that money.
Somebody will actually do a survey where they take a car right off the lot.
Yeah,
drive it over to those.
Channel 2 is going to do that.
If you touch the brake slowing down to pull into the garage, they would claim that as unnecessary wear and tear.
Your rotor shot.
It's shot to hell. I love when they give you this one. Well, how long will it last? It's hard to say. It
could be a block.
Could be well into the next century, or you could just give way on the way home. You got kids? Ooh, yeah. Hate to hear that.
All right. Teeth. We also do orthodontia.
You go to a dentist with your 12-year-old or your 13-year-old, and they're going to need braces. They just are. Yeah. Everyone I knew in high school who could afford it had braces.
They have upped the ante. Now they start talking to you around age 4 or 5.
Yeah.
They want to brace.
Your teeth aren't even in yet.
They want to brace the baby teeth now.
That's crazy.
And there's all this sort of, it does this and that.
Oh, please.
I draw the line there.
No.
If they're going to fall out.
They fall out.
Yeah, they're going to fall out.
But it changes how the
it sets the pattern.
Maturity come in,
I just make them sleep with wooden plates in their mouth until they're like 7.
Exactly.
That's a thing that my family does.
Tiff, 19.
Tiff?
Yes?
What's going on?
Not much.
All righty.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Great.
Yeah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm going to kill you.
You're too happy.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go. What's going on?
Okay. I just moved in with my best friend, right? And it's just crazy. She has like this total oral fixation, like completely.
What does that mean to you?
Oral fixation?
Yeah.
Like she's constantly chomping on ice. She's always doing tongue gestures, blows, everything. It's like crazy.
Everything?
Just everything. Just all sorts of stuff. I'm sure if you were here right now, she'd try to do it to you too.
Do what?
Oral sex?
She on his ice?
Just like oral fixation. She just has like an oral fixation.
What would she try to do to me?
I don't want to know, but she'd probably try to slip it down. I don't know. She'd try to do something. Let me tell you. She'd probably try to give you something crazy like that. She's always chewing on ice.
Why is that such a far-out notion, me getting a blowjob once in a while?
Tiff, I don't know. I don't know when you finished your psychiatric residency, but I prefer if you just go ahead and describe things and not try to arrive at a diagnosis, okay?
I don't know. She's just crazy. And
all right.
She's been my best friend forever, but once we moved in together, it was just like, it just got out of control.
What did?
Just like her oral fixation.
Forget the oral fixation term. It's inaccurate. What got out of control?
I don't know how to explain it. Like, we'll be sitting there watching TV, and she'll just start chomping on ice. And she's
all right, so she's an anxious person. That's fine. What else does she do?
She likes to give head all the time. It's like she's constantly talking about it. Constantly.
Mm-hmm. So she's very sexually active. Would she?
No, she's not really that sexually active. She's just so into it.
Sex doesn't.
But yeah, in order to give.
Is she actually doing it to lots of guys?
Is she? I'm sorry.
Is she actually doing it to lots of guys, or just talking about it a lot?
Well, as far as I know, she's not doing it to lots and lots of guys, but quite a few. I mean, I don't know. And then the guys, like sometimes every now and then.
Hold on, let's do a little recap.
Yeah.
As far as Tiffany knows, she's not doing it to lots of guys. But quite a few.
Yeah, even more. So she's having sex with lots of guys?
Hold on.
But
I gotta,
She's giving them head.
I got to tell you. Hold on. Everyone be quiet for a second. Tiffany, I've had a long day.
Okay.
And I've had about enough of you.
Okay.
You start answering our questions, there's God's my witness, I'll hang up on your 19-year-old ass. Do you hear me? Now stop screwing around.
What do you want me to answer?
Is she out of control sexually?
No, she's not.
Okay. Why don't you leave her alone then?
She's crazy. She's sexually... Yes, she is out of control.
Okay, well, now, that's it. Sorry, Tiff.
Reenactment. Is she sexually out of control or what?
No.
All right, then what does she do?
She's out of control sexually. She's crazy.
It sounds to me like she was out of control.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is the first word no out of everyone's mouth?
It's, you know what the problem is now is that they're starting to do it to you, not just me. That's why you notice it more.
I cannot take that.
It's always been that way with me.
And listen,
So, is the sky blue? No. All right, well, the sky was blue that day.
Listen to me, all you listeners. I will not tolerate this for a second. I will hang up on your ass. I will. I will break people this. Drew, you know I break people all the time on this show. I'm a great habit breaker.
Right.
I just punish them. Tiffany was, you can just sit on hold until this time tomorrow. I could care less. What's his name?
Deborah.
Deborah?
His name.
His name is Deborah.
I don't know.
What's up, Debbie?
What's going on, Debbie?
Well, my boyfriend and I have been going out for about 5 years now. We have one child together, and he's extremely well endowed. And it causes a problem because sex is painful for me. And he doesn't seem to understand why it's painful, but actually I measured it, and it's exactly as big as my forearm.
Wow, that's bad. You're not a midget, are you?
I'm not a midget, no.
Oh, that's bad. It's exactly as big as your forearm?
It's bad for Adam's self-esteem, I think is what he's telling you.
Where's your forearm start? From the wrist to the elbow?
Well, between the wrist and the elbow.
Midway.
Yeah. How tall are you?
Yeah, I mean, she could be a small person.
Well, I'm 5'3".
So she's got a good 12-inch
and
forearm.
we have a child together, so I thought after having a child it might get better.
Well, what's your question?
Is there any way to make sex more enjoyable for me, for a person as small as me with a person that is well endowed?
Well, listen, I run into this problem all the time, so if you don't mind, I'd just like to handle this one. True, don't say anything.
Don't worry.
Because
all right, listen. Here's the deal. You have to dictate the pace. You cannot let this big buffoon with this garden rake he's got between his legs just dive on top of you and stretch you out like silly putty. You got to get on top of him, and you have to dictate the action.
Lubrication.
That was my next jag. Lubrication.
Use lubrication?
Yeah. This is the first time you're arriving at this? I mean, we got to tell you this?
No.
You're 30.
No.
You got to get.
We have before.
Okay, so use the lube, and do you get on top?
No. I used to in the beginning, but no, not as much.
But isn't it more comfortable when you get on top?
It is, but he pushes me down. It's like so deep. It hurts when he goes in.
This guy, he doesn't sound like a great guy.
Very long.
Is he a great guy?
Well, yeah, he's a great guy.
He doesn't seem
him a lot.
He doesn't seem to respect you.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be empathic about your needs.
He really is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He isn't.
What's he do for a living?
Landscape.
All right. He just digs all day. That's a horrible job. Horrible. He's got that big penis. He's got those big forearms from pulling a shovel all day.
That's her forearms.
No, but his are pumped up, too, from swinging a pickaxe all day.
It's not funny.
I know. Listen, Deborah, it's all right, but here's the answer. We're not going to do anything to change the size of his penis, right?
Right.
And we're not going to do anything to change the size of your vagina, right?
Right.
Okay. So now all we're left with is his attitude and his method, right?
His willingness to listen to you and to be concerned about how you're feeling. It's important.
Okay, so what do I need to...
Have you told him this is a problem?
Oh, he's the one that told me to call. He's listening in the garage right now.
All right. Well, Adam, give him a message.
Listen, you big jackass. Stop sharpening your hoe for a second. And don't take that in a disrespectful way. Start being nice to that wife of yours. She's petite. You're going to break her in half.
Yeah, easy up, yeah.
And take it easy on her. Do not make it so rough. Let her dictate the action. And Deborah, you start asserting yourself.
There you go.
Or she will cut you off. You hear me? Deborah, Cut him off sexually if he doesn't do what you want him to do.
He's really quick to the finish, too.
To what?
He's quick to the finish.
Now, he's just left the garage. He's heading for the house.
Now he's going, put the phone down. Put the phone down.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Picked up a sprinkler key and he's making his way to the front door. All right. More reason for you to dictate the action.
Also more reason for him to be aware of what's going on with her so they can kind of work this out together.
Yeah, Deborah's 30 and just sounded like just a babe in the woods, and we could get into why she sounded 12.
Oh, yes.
And we'd have some answers quick, but I'm just too tired. I don't care enough.
We got to go to break.
No, we don't. Hold on a second. This poor Joe's been on hold for 30 minutes. Oh, Jennifer's been on hold for 57 minutes. Hurry, Joe.
Hello.
28.
Hey, I have a question about obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with it a few years back, but, I've had symptoms since I was a little kid. And it's kind of strange that these symptoms change on me. Like, I go through cycles. Like, the first type of cycle I went through was, the typical ritualistic behavior where, if I didn't do something bad would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then it changed to the whole contamination thing. Like, I had a problem with, going to funerals. I didn't want to be around.
It's sort of typical, Joe, of OCD. It doesn't typically, in my experience, has not been one symptom that's unchanging through time.
So what's he do?
Get treatment. The medication works really well for OCD.
All right, real fast. Jennifer?
Hi.
The 35, do pheromones play a part in attraction?
Yeah. I think they do. I think you guys come at this angle quite.
No, it's a retarded logic. Listen, it may play some minuscule role, but it'll never override a big fat ass and a buck tooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, she looks good and smells good, fine. But listen, I'll take someone who looks good and stinks over take someone who's ugly who smells good any day of the week.
Did anybody there read, it was an article in the Examiner magazine that came out on Valentine's Day, I think?
Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah, you weren't impressed with that at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
I didn't read it. The Examiner? I haven't even read my own book. What Examiner?
Okay, check what's
San Francisco. I love that. Okay. Everyone thinks we're in their town. Fantastic. All right. Well, yeah, that's it. Julie, Rick, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pain.
Thanks so much.
Pain is the name of the show. Go out and see that Pain, or actually stay in and see it.
Yep.
Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock on CBS. I wish it all the success in the world.
Thank you.
If you talk to John anytime soon, tell him there's always a open mic for him at the Fabulous Loveline.
He's in London right now, but when he gets back.
And tomorrow night is... no guess. So, until next time, I want to thank Engineer Brett for doing a less than adequate... no, for doing a fine job tonight filling that big pair of underpants Engineer Mike usually wears. So, until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Magic wand makes my penis grow.
Mommy! This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle. Now, please listen to this station longer.